What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Burndown YouTube channel. So today we are on the Maliboom. That's right, we've been doing a ton of work on this thing. We got some stuff painted on the front. It's looking good. I have more paint work to do on this. We're not out of the woods. I have a lot to do still, but we gotta take some time and go have some fun. So we're gonna sneak a testing day in with the Maliboom over at my local 8th mile drag strip called Irwindale. I always call it the Dale. So if you see me refer to the Dale, that's what it is. It's Irwindale. It's 8th mile, sketchy little track. I've been racing there since day one with this thing. And we've freshened the, well, we didn't really freshen the motor. We just put bearings essentially in the motor. Freshened up the transmission because she had a little something going on. So we got that kind of knocked out with the oil pressure issue. And then we did a gear change. So that's, the gear change is kind of the major change, and then, well, technically, we put a new cam in, so that's kind of a major change too. The world's best cam, by the way. I think it's just called the best cam, but I like to throw worlds in there by Sloppy, my boy Happle. Big shout out to you, Happle, over there on the East Coast. Anyway, we have to kind of get a couple different things worked out and ready. Got to put the trans blanket back on, hook up the bump and the trans brake itself, so that's not done. We'll have to spin around at some point and kind of get on the chip and see if we can maybe get it to kind of light up and see if it'll bump and do its thing, because I haven't messed with any of that yet since I've messed with the transmission. But before we do all that stuff, we are going to mess with these guys. So off camera, I actually installed 2 extra Zeus fasteners. So when I went to Rocky Mountain, I just had these, right? And I left this open section because I didn't really kind of understand where to attach this, or these guys, I should say, because the core support's kind of back here. And I was like, oh, we'll just see how this is. This thing's not that fast or whatever. Well, anyway, I mounted this flush. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but this thing is up, like almost as much as my finger. So when I installed this, it was nice and flat like this before we did the paint and all the stuff on it. So it actually bent these up on both sides. And I'm surprised by cardboard hood. For those of you guys that don't know, this is just made out of cardboard. This is a 65 hood, and it had the big old peak on it, and we just whacked the thing off, and I kind of, from here over, I just kind of fudged it and made it. And you can kind of see the bodywork showing through in the sun. Anyways, this is all cardboard, and it stayed in one piece. That's awesome, but we are also limited to speed because of my gears. So I ended up bending this side down so it looks a bit better than that side. Maybe we'll push on that side more, but we're gonna go a little faster. Hopefully at LS Fest West, we'll see how we go. So I want some added strength on here, so I drilled these, put them in. They don't attach to anything, so today's major goal is to attach these and then mess with some of the other stuff. I can really dial all that in, I think, before I actually leave for the track, but this is a fab deal. So let's pull this hood off, kind of see what we're looking at, and we will go from there and figure out how to attach these. I think I'm going to attach them just like the top of this grill. So I guess at least if it rips that out, it'll rip the grill and everything can go flying, right? So let's get cracking. All right, this is probably like everybody's garage, right? You have your bins and buckets of shame and different things. So if you look up here, like I have Zeus tabs, and I had these in silver, and I decided to go with the black. So I had a bunch of these kind of laying around. I luckily had the 2 extra black ones, so I could have just spray painted these. And then I have some used tabs that I actually cut off of a different project that I had, but they have the longer catches, so I got some flat or more flush catches or whatever. So we're gonna drill a couple of these out. We'll put the catches, yeah, see how tall that guy is? Because I already smashed these ones down real hard. So that thing's tall, and the Zeuses were having a hard time catching it. And because, excuse me, because I wasn't really familiar with Zeus fasteners and stuff, I just went and bought all this stuff willy-nilly, and then I was just smushing these down, and I didn't know you'd just buy them shorter. So these have the big boy ones on them. So I'll pick a couple of these, we'll drill it out, we'll rivet these guys down, and then we'll see if we can get these to lock into there. So that's the way we're going to go about trying to make this happen, is we'll actually attach this underneath. We'll take it and we'll show you guys, hopefully, and then that'll stick out like so. And then we should be able to just attach it like that somehow with like a little bar or something. I'm sure I'll catch my shirt and everything else on when the hood's off when I'm trying to work on this thing. But let me get these drilled out and get the new ones. So I did one already. and I always assume everybody's done all this stuff and seen it, so I'm not going to do that this time. This is how you get them. This is a lightweight race one. There's like different shapes or whatever, but essentially it's countersunk for the head of the rivet, and then you just rivet this little spring guy on the back, and then that's what the Zeus actually bites into when you buckle it down. See how it has a line in there? When you twist it, it snaps into that, and it's a spring, so it gives it tension. It holds things down. Very simple solution. I'm always amazed when I see stuff like this because I'm like, whoever thought of this is such a freaking genius. And they really were, or they really are. So I'll show you real quick. If you know how to do this, you've done it, you know, you can fast forward, but basically the rivet goes in there, you know. So you got the rivet, and then you got this guy, bam, and then it goes down just like that. And then when you get your tool, you know, you squeeze it a little bit and it should hold in place. We can do 2 of them, and that's what it essentially looks like. So let me get this one on, and I'll show you guys. One side down. Bada boom, bada bang. Here we go. And then let's go see if the car, now that I don't have as much standoff on these springs, these should be happier to actually engage with these underneath here. So let me see. Here, let me see if I can get, I got my tool. See if I can get this to stick and engage now that it's shorter. Yeah, it's grabbing a bit. The hood's pretty thick, so I may have to smush this a little bit. So let me try smashing it down a little bit. It's because the old cardboard. Let me smush this and we'll see if we can get it to engage. Let's see. Alright, a little tight, but it engaged. Same with this one, let's see. Okay, same with that one. So you can see the buttons are down now. And then you probably can't see underneath there, but it's fastened to there. We're a little crooked. So now I just have to span the distance and figure out how to mount it to here. So let me see what I have for material, kind of get some measurements. I'll bring you guys back when I actually have a real idea. So I made a couple little mounting standoffs. If these look familiar, it's because they are push rods. Hey, it's what I had laying around, right? And then these guys, so I did the bend on it. You can see the width, so I should be able to get a good weld like that, and it'll be a standoff. And then this is the part that'll be on the bottom, so this will attach to the Zeus, you know, like that. And then I just have to figure out how to mount this part. So I'm thinking maybe like some sort of little plate. Maybe I can make a little piece that stands off so it'll bolt through, and then we can just call that a day. And then I can weld these to this and then get the angle I need and tack that all in and get it set in the car. So if you're wondering, this will set up underneath and then it'll rest on there. I don't even know if you guys can see that up there, but yeah. See? Like that. Woo, there you go, focus camera. So something like that. And then we'll just figure out how to attach this, and obviously I can cut the length or whatever. It doesn't need to be super long. We'll probably try to keep it in line with this. So I'd say probably cut it there, get rid of that, and then figure out how to attach the back through this boy here. And then the same on both sides. And then when you back up, you know, you'll just see that little deal, but that should hold the hood on a lot better. And we did 137 in pretty much everywhere we went, because we just ran on the limiter because it ran out at like 1,000, 1,100 feet possibly. I wasn't keeping track, but it was running on the limiter. Anyways, it's 137. We got 350 gears now. which should facilitate a bit more mile an hour. And I don't know how much more mile an hour those little 2 pins on the outer edges plus my cardboard would have held up to. So hopefully these 2 guys give me all the luck I need to keep the hood on the actual car. Well, here we are. Got them in. This one just fought me and fought me. So yes, these are made out of push rods. They're bolted through. This guy should be rated to go pretty much as fast as we can go at this point. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna turn off the old Delphi. That is right, man. It is dark. I definitely underestimated my opponent, the Zeus fastener, and hangry was getting to me. I'm one of those guys, man. I'm a Snickers guy. If I need food, it just seems like my whole world falls apart. So it's past dinner time and I was pushing it because I'm like, oh, I just want to get this done. I just want to get this done. And as soon as you start telling yourself that, that's like you're on the downward spiral already and you should probably just go eat or do whatever. Well, I didn't. So here we are. But we finished it. Didn't get to anything else that I wanted to do. I had a whole laundry list of stuff to do today. At least the hood will stay on. So I'm gonna grab some breakfast, or yeah, that. Dinner, breakfast, Snickers, something. I gotta go. Like the video, I'm out.